The judge is, honestly, for Taurus, it's kind of like the ugly duckling that turned into a beautiful swan, because the concept, Taurus did not pioneer. This is a gun that has existed before, and in particular, it was Munitions International Laboratories in the 90s that made a gun called the Thunder, and it functionally was what the Taurus Judge is. In that guise, it was not a particularly successful design, and the company went defunct in 1998. Taurus revived this concept in 2006.
Taurus Judge series revolvers were a surprise. I think they were a surprise for Taurus. Taurus had the idea to elongate the cylinder of a revolver and chamber it for the 410 bore shot shell.
Now you'd think, well, didn't you just create a short-barreled shotgun? And the answer is no. Because as long as the barrel is rifled, ATF still considers it a .45 Colt that, oh, by the way, can take 410 shot shells. The gun that became the Taurus Judge is really a phenomenon. It is probably one of the most produced firearms ever made by Taurus in Brazil.
It dovetailed nicely with what was really an emerging market in the United States. And in the late 80s and early 90s, concealed carry wasn't really a topic that a lot of people talked about. But by the mid-2000s, the concealed carry movement has really gained a lot of ground thanks to the backing of the National Rifle Association. And the concept of a potent self-defense gun, whether carried or used for home defense, is one that a lot more people are considering.
The name Judge itself came from Executive Vice President of Taurus, Bob Morrison's, having read stories of circuit court judges in Florida actually using his gun, his Taurus model, as a self-defense weapon in the courtroom. So this gun was considered a go-to gun for judges.
The Judge was Bob's brainstorm, and it was his concept, and he definitely saw something that I didn't see. I knew that it would get attention, that this would be interesting because of the versatility that it had. But what I didn't catch on to was how big it would become in the personal defense and home defense realm. I wasn't the only one surprised by that. In fact, in American Rifleman's first article about the Judge, our field editor Wiley Clapp said that it first caught his attention because of the novelty value, but he soon learned, and we all did, because of the letters that we got from members, that this was the solution for many folks for home defense and personal defense.
So the thing you have to remember about the Judge is it's really a .45 Colt revolver. So that also means that you can shoot .45 Schofield. And if you shoot .45 Schofield, then the thing is actually a pussycat. There's hardly any recoil at all. But Taurus continued to refine the Judge concept. They continued to come out with new models. They were doing a lot with alloys at the time, both aluminum and titanium. They did work in some recoil mitigation devices onto the gun grip. It's on some of the harder hitting Judges that you see their raging grip that has literally a padded back strap. And then you end up with the River grip. And this is a grip that Taurus developed that essentially it looks like somebody made a mistake with the screw. But really it gives your hand more rubber to hold on to. And it's a little unconventional, but it's a very comfortable grip. Want to know what's happening at American Rifleman? Follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook. We'll be right back.